Hello, everyone. In order to help you prepare for your Form N400 easily, we go over carefully all personal questions which you may be asked during the interview. As you know, when reviewing the Form N400, the officer will ask you personal questions in their own way, which means they will ask questions in many different ways. For example, instead of asking, "What is your occupation?" they can ask you, "What do you do for a living?" This video includes all personal questions with different ways that are often asked during the interview. If you are worried about your understanding and speaking of English language, here's a good lesson to learn and prepare for your interview. Small talk is also an important thing in the interview, so we go over some important small talk that you should practice. We provide sample answers for you to help you practice easily. Please practice listening to the questions and answering the questions based on your personal situation. Good luck to everyone! How are you? How are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you. How was your weekend? How was your weekend? It was wonderful. How about you? It was wonderful. How about you? How's the weather out there? How's the weather out there? It's raining. It's raining. Did someone bring you here? Did someone bring you here? Yes, my husband drove me here. Yes, my husband drove me here. How did you get here? How did you get here? I drove. I drove. Did it take you long to get here? Did it take you long to get here? No, it just took less than 20 minutes. No, it just took less than 20 minutes. Did you have any problems with parking? Did you have any problems with parking? No, I found a parking spot very easily. No, I found a parking spot very easily. How was the traffic? How was the traffic? It was so busy. It was so busy. Were you waiting long? Were you waiting long? I was waiting 25 minutes. I was waiting 25 minutes. What time did you get here? What time did you get here? I got here at 9 a.m. I got here at 9 a.m. Did anyone come with you? Did anyone come with you? Yes, my husband came with me. Yes, my husband came with me. Is anyone here with you today? Is anyone here with you today? Yes, my husband is with me today. Yes, my husband is with me today. Have you studied for your citizenship test? Have you studied for your citizenship test? Yes, I've studied for about 3 months. Yes, I've studied for about 3 months. Are you ready for your interview? Are you ready for your interview? Yes, I'm ready for my interview. Yes, I'm ready for my interview. How are you eligible to become a U.S. citizen? How are you eligible to become a U.S. citizen? I've been a lawful permanent resident for 6 years. I've been a lawful permanent resident for 6 years. Are you filing for naturalization through your marriage? Are you filing for naturalization through your marriage? Yes. No, I'm filing for naturalization through my parents. No, I'm filing for naturalization through my sister. Are you filing for naturalization under the general provision? Are you filing for naturalization under the general provision? Yes, I am. No, I'm filing for naturalization through marriage. No, I'm filing for naturalization through marriage. When did you get your green card? When did you get your green card? I got my green card on February 18, 2018. I got my green card on June 6, 2017. When did you become a permanent resident? When did you become a permanent resident? I became a permanent resident on February 18, 2018. I became a permanent resident on June 6, 2017. How did you get your green card? How did you get your green card? I got my green card through my sister. I got my green card through my parents. What is your date of residency? What is your date of residency? February 18, 2018. June 6, 2017. How long have you been a permanent resident? How long have you been a permanent resident? I've been a permanent resident for 7 years. I've been a permanent resident for 6 years. How many years have you had your green card? How many years have you had your green card? I've had my green card for 7 years. I've had my green card for 6 years. How long have you lived in the U.S.? How long have you lived in the U.S.? 7 years. 6 years. Who sponsored you? Who sponsored you? My sister sponsored me. My parents sponsored me. What is your current legal name? What is your current legal name? My legal name is Romy Schwartz. My legal name is Romy Schwartz. What is your full name? What is your full name? My full name is Romy Schwartz. My full name is Romy Schwartz. What is your first name? What is your first name? My first name is Romy. My first name is Romy. What is your last name? What is your last name? My last name is Schwartz. My last name is Schwartz. What is your name as it appears on your green card? What is your name as it appears on your green card? Romy Schwartz. Romy Schwartz. Do you have a middle name? Do you have a middle name? No, I don't have a middle name. No, I don't have a middle name. Do you go by any other names? Do you go by any other names? No. Yes, I have another name called Julia. Yes, I have another name called Julia. Have you ever changed your name? Have you ever changed your name? No. Yes, I've changed my name after my marriage. Yes, I've changed my name after my marriage. Have you used any other name since birth? Have you used any other name since birth? No, I haven't used any other name since birth. No, I haven't used any other name since birth. Yes, I've used another name called Julia. Yes, I've used another name called Julia. Have you had other names? Have you had other names? No, I haven't had any other names. No, I haven't had any other names. Yes, I've had another name called Julia. Yes, I've had another name called Julia. Would you like to change your name? Would you like to change your name? No. Yes, I'd like to change my name to Eva Schwartz. Yes, I'd like to change my name to Eva Schwartz. Do you want to change your name? Do you want to change your name? No. Yes, I want to change my name to Eva Schwartz. Yes, I want to change my name to Eva Schwartz. What is your phone number? What is your phone number? My phone number is 812-634-4870. My phone number is 812-634-4870. Where are you from? Where are you from? I'm from Germany. I'm from Germany. What is your country of birth? What is your country of birth? My country of birth is Germany. My country of birth is Germany. Are you a citizen of Germany? Are you a citizen of Germany? Yes, I am. No, I'm a citizen of Poland. No, I'm a citizen of Poland. Are you a citizen of more than one country? Are you a citizen of more than one country? No, I'm only a citizen of Germany. No, I'm only a citizen of Germany. Where were you born? Where were you born? I was born in Germany. I was born in Germany. Are you a citizen of any other country? Are you a citizen of any other country? No. What is your country of citizenship or nationality? What is your country of citizenship or nationality? My country of citizenship is Germany. My country of citizenship is Germany. What is your date of birth? What is your date of birth? My date of birth is September 23rd, 1983. My date of birth is September 23rd, 1983. What is your social security number? What is your social security number? 782-679248. 782-679248. Do you want the Social Security Administration to update your immigration status and issue you a new Social Security card if you are naturalized? Do you want the Social Security Administration to update your immigration status and issue you a new Social Security card if you are naturalized? Yes. Is your mother or father a U.S. citizen? Is your mother or father a U.S. citizen? Yes, my father is a U.S. citizen. No, my mother and my father are not U.S. citizens. Is either of your parents a U.S. citizen? Is either of your parents a U.S. citizen? Yes, my mother is a U.S. citizen. No, my parents are not U.S. citizens. Was one of your parents a U.S. citizen before your 18th birthday? Was one of your parents a U.S. citizen before your 18th birthday? No. Do you have a physical or developmental disability or a mental impairment that prevents you from demonstrating your knowledge and understanding of the English language or civics requirements for naturalization? Do you have a physical or developmental disability or a mental impairment that prevents you from demonstrating your knowledge and understanding of the English language or civics requirements for naturalization? No. What is your current address? What is your current address? 5613 Quail Canyon Drive, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46835. What is your current physical address? What is your current physical address? 5613 Quail Canyon Drive, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46835. What is your current mailing address? What is your current mailing address? 7523 Hope Farm Road, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46815. My mailing address is the same as the current address. My mailing address is the same as the current address. It is the same as my physical address. It is the same as my physical address. Is your current physical address also your current mailing address? Is your current physical address also your current mailing address? Yes, it is. No, my mailing address is different from the current physical address. No, my mailing address is different from the current physical address. Where do you live? Where do you live? 5613 Quail Canyon Drive, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46835. Who do you live with at this address? Who do you live with at this address? I live with my husband and my children. I live with my husband and my children. How long have you lived at the current address? How long have you lived at the current address? I've lived at the current address for 3 years. I've lived at the current address for 3 years. When did you move to the current address? When did you move to the current address? I moved to the current address on October 10th, 2021. I moved to the current address on October 10th, 2021. Where did you live before? Where did you live before? 217 Ridgeline Drive, Columbus, Wisconsin, 53925. What was your previous address? What was your previous address? 7927 Westminster Drive, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46835. When did you move to that address? When did you move to that address? I moved to that address on July 16, 2018. I moved to that address on July 16, 2018. When did you leave that address? When did you leave that address? I left that address on May 27, 2022. I left that address on May 27, 2022. When did you begin living at that address? When did you begin living at that address? I began living at that address on July 16, 2018. I began living at that address on July 16, 2018. Where else have you lived in the last 5 years? Where else have you lived in the last 5 years? I haven't lived anywhere else in the last 5 years. I haven't lived anywhere else in the last 5 years. Have you lived anywhere else in the last 5 years? Have you lived anywhere else in the last 5 years? Yes, I used to live at 551 Llewellyn Street, Marshall, Wisconsin, 53559. Yes, I used to live at 551 Llewellyn Street, Marshall, Wisconsin, 53559. No, that's it. No, that's it. Have you lived at any other addresses? Have you lived at any other addresses? No, that's it. No, that's it. Yes, I lived on Llewellyn Street, Marshall, Wisconsin, 53559. Yes, I lived on Llewellyn Street, Marshall, Wisconsin, 53559. What is your race? What is your race? I'm white. I'm white. What is your hair color? What is your hair color? My hair color is brown. My hair color is brown. How tall are you? How tall are you? I'm 5 feet 7 inches tall. I'm 5 feet 7 inches tall. What is your eye color? What is your eye color? My eye color is blue. My eye color is blue. How much do you weigh? How much do you weigh? I'm 101 pounds. I'm 101 pounds. Are you Hispanic or Latino? Are you Hispanic or Latino? Yes, I am. No, I'm white. What is your job? What is your job? I'm a worker. I'm a worker. I don't have a job right now. I don't have a job right now. Are you currently working? Are you currently working? Yes. No, I'm not working now. No, I'm not working now. Do you have a job right now? Do you have a job right now? Yes. No, I don't have a job right now. No, I don't have a job right now. What is your occupation? What is your occupation? I'm a worker. I'm a worker. I don't have a job now. I don't have a job now. Who is your current employer? Who is your current employer? Jackson Manufacturing. Jackson Manufacturing. Where are you currently employed? Where are you currently employed? Jackson Manufacturing. Jackson Manufacturing. Where do you work? Where do you work? I work at Jackson Manufacturing. I work at Jackson Manufacturing. How long have you worked there? How long have you worked there? I've worked there for 2 years. I've worked there for 5 years. When did you start working there? When did you start working there? I started on August 26, 2019. I started on August 26, 2019. How long have you been working there? How long have you been working there? I've been working there for 2 years. I've been working there for 5 years. When did you leave that job? When did you leave that job? I left it on July 9, 2019. I left it on July 9, 2019. Where did you work before? Where did you work before? I worked at Walmart. I worked at Walmart. How long have you had that job? How long have you had that job? I've had that job for 2 years. I've had that job for 5 years. How do you support yourself? How do you support yourself? My husband supports me. My husband supports me. I support myself. I support myself. What did you do before? What did you do before? I was a cashier at Walmart. I was a cashier at Walmart. I didn't have a job before. I didn't have a job before. What other jobs have you had in the past 5 years? What other jobs have you had in the past 5 years? That's it. That's it. I used to work at CST Industries in 2022. I used to work at CST Industries in 2022. Have you worked anywhere else in the last 5 years? Have you worked anywhere else in the last 5 years? No, I haven't worked anywhere else in the last 5 years. No, I haven't worked anywhere else in the last 5 years. Yes, I used to work at CST Industries. Yes, I used to work at CST Industries. What is your current marital status? What is your current marital status? I'm single. I'm married. I'm divorced. I'm single. I'm married. I'm divorced. When did you get married? When did you get married? I got married on March 13, 2009. I got married on March 13, 2009. How many times have you been married? How many times have you been married? I've been married 1 time. I've been married 2 times. Where did you get married? Where did you get married? I got married in Germany. I got married in Germany. What is the date you entered into marriage with your current spouse? What is the date you entered into marriage with your current spouse? March 13, 2009. March 13, 2009. Is your spouse a current member of the U.S. Armed Forces? Is your spouse a current member of the U.S. Armed Forces? Yes, he is. No, he isn't. What is your current spouse's legal name? What is your current spouse's legal name? My husband's legal name is Daniel Kretschmann. My husband's legal name is Daniel Kretschmann. Is your spouse's present physical address the same as your physical address? Is your spouse's present physical address the same as your physical address? Yes, we live together. Yes, we live together. What is your spouse's date of birth? What is your spouse's date of birth? His date of birth is April 20th, 1980. His date of birth is April 20th, 1980. Did your spouse become a U.S. citizen by birth in the U.S.? Did your spouse become a U.S. citizen by birth in the U.S.? Yes. No, he became a U.S. citizen through naturalization. How many times has your spouse been married? How many times has your spouse been married? He has been married 1 time. He has been married 2 times. Is your spouse a U.S. citizen? Is your spouse a U.S. citizen? Yes, he is. No, he is a lawful permanent resident. No, he is a lawful permanent resident. What is your spouse's immigration status? What is your spouse's immigration status? He is a lawful permanent resident. He is a lawful permanent resident. He is a U.S. citizen. He is a U.S. citizen. When did your spouse become a U.S. citizen? When did your spouse become a U.S. citizen? He became a U.S. citizen on July 27, 2011. He became a U.S. citizen on July 27, 2011. What is your current spouse's occupation? What is your current spouse's occupation? He is a security specialist. He is a security specialist. What is your spouse's current employer? What is your spouse's current employer? He currently works at Target. He currently works at Target. What is your spouse's country of origin? What is your spouse's country of origin? Germany. Germany. Has your spouse had any previous marriages? Has your spouse had any previous marriages? Yes, he's had 1 previous marriage. Yes, he's had 1 previous marriage. No, he has been married only 1 time. No, he has been married only 1 time. Do you have any children? Do you have any children? Yes, I have 3 children. Yes, I have 3 children. No, I don't have any children. No, I don't have any children. How many children do you have? How many children do you have? I have 3 children. I have 3 children. Is your child a stepchild? Is your child a stepchild? Yes. No, my child is my biological child. No, my child is my biological child. What are your children's names? What are your children's names? Nina Kreshman and David Kreshman. Nina Kreshman and David Kreshman. What is your children's relationship to you? What is your children's relationship to you? They are my biological children. They are my biological children. Are your children biological children? Are your children biological children? Yes, they are. No, they are my stepchildren. No, they are my stepchildren. Do your children currently live with you? Do your children currently live with you? Yes, my children live with me. Yes, my children live with me. No, my children live separately. No, my children live separately. What are your children's dates of birth? What are your children's dates of birth? My son's date of birth is September 4th, 2011. My son's date of birth is September 4th, 2011. My daughter's date of birth is August 15th, 2014. My daughter's date of birth is August 15th, 2014. Do you have any adopted children? Do you have any adopted children? No. Yes, I have one adopted child. Yes, I have one adopted child. What is the immigration status of your children? What is the immigration status of your children? My children are lawful permanent residents. My children are lawful permanent residents. My children are U.S. citizens. My children are U.S. citizens. Where were your children born? Where were your children born? My children were born in Germany. My children were born in the U.S. Do you have any children from your previous marriage? Do you have any children from your previous marriage? No, I don't have any children from my previous marriage. No, I don't have any children from my previous marriage. Yes, I have one child from my previous marriage. Yes, I have one child from my previous marriage. Do you have any stepchildren? Do you have any stepchildren? No. Yes, I have one stepchild. Yes, I have one stepchild. Does your spouse have any previous children? Does your spouse have any previous children? No, he doesn't. Yes, he has one previous child. Yes, he has one previous child. Have you ever left the U.S. for more than 6 months? Have you ever left the U.S. for more than 6 months? No, I've never left the U.S. over 6 months. No, I've never left the U.S. over 6 months. How many trips have you taken outside the U.S. in the last 5 years? How many trips have you taken outside the U.S. in the last 5 years? I've taken 2 trips in the last 5 years. I've taken 2 trips in the last 5 years. I haven't taken any trips in the last 5 years. I haven't taken any trips in the last 5 years. When did you leave the U.S.? When did you leave the U.S.? I left the U.S. on September 8, 2022. I left the U.S. on September 8, 2022. Why did you leave the U.S.? Why did you leave the U.S.? I went on vacation with my family. I went on vacation with my family. Have you traveled outside the U.S. in the last 5 years? Have you traveled outside the U.S. in the last 5 years? Yes, I've traveled outside the U.S. 2 times in the last 5 years. Yes, I've traveled outside the U.S. 2 times in the last 5 years. No, I haven't traveled in the last 5 years. No, I haven't traveled in the last 5 years. When did you return to the U.S.? When did you return to the U.S.? I returned to the U.S. on September 25, 2022. I returned to the U.S. on September 25, 2022. How long was that trip? How long was that trip? That trip was 18 days. That trip was 18 days. Where did you go? Where did you go? I went to Germany. I went to Germany. Have you ever left the U.S. for a year or more? Have you ever left the U.S. for a year or more? No, never. No, never. How long were you gone on that trip? How long were you gone on that trip? 18 days. 18 days. Have you taken any other trips outside the U.S. in the last 5 years? Have you taken any other trips outside the U.S. in the last 5 years? No, that's it. Yes, I've taken 1 trip to Portugal after I submitted the U.S. citizenship application. Yes, I've taken 1 trip to Portugal after I submitted the U.S. citizenship application.